Good evening and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Now tonight we'll be speaking to Director of Operations James Lyon and model Samantha Tomlin from Models of Diversity, an organisation that advocates for more diversity in models and demands that the fashion and marketing industries recognise the beauty in women of all races, ages, shapes, sizes and abilities. And since it's Monday as well, Chris Brown will be joining us later on in the development clinic later. Now, we're all used to seeing sort of the typical type of models on TV, don't we? Like the, very slim. Normally there's a typical kind of look, and I think it's really refreshing that people are actually campaigning to have different kind of models. And actually I've got some emails to read from people as well that aren't very happy with their looks, and I'm wondering if that's got anything to do with what we are seeing on TV and in the modelling agencies in general. So I'm looking forward to that a bit later on. But first of all, let's speak to Lizzie with the news. Hello, Lizzie.
Hi, Chris. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're a bit snivelly, aren't you, my darling, today?
A little bit, yeah.
A bit fluey.
Sorry about that.
I don't want to get it from you, so I'll sit over here.
It's towards the end now. It should be fine.
All right, okay.
Fine.
So what have you got for us today?
A few good news, some strange. Basically, the first one I found out today, there was a woman, she donated a kidney to someone, and then 4 years later, she actually ended up marrying him.
Oh.
They met
So they didn't know each other before?
They just met like as a one-off in like a car show place, and they got talking, but they were not dating or anything like that.
Oh.
And then he couldn't find any matches. She offered, turned out they were like almost a perfect match. 4 years later, they're married.
Oh, nice.
Nice, isn't it?
So don't ask for it back now.
Yeah.
Got the kidney.
No, they're actually really happy. They got married in October, so this month.
Oh, we've got pictures
And
of
I
them.
don't know, is there a picture? There they are.
We can't see them. We can't see them. We'd love to see her face, but anyway.
Well,
Hang on, who donated to who?
She donated to him.
Oh, she donated to him.
She donated to him. And now
That's
they're
weird. There's a
happily
part
married.
of her body in him.
I know, and the thing
That's
is,
so
there was no matches for him among his family, close friends. Just so happened they were both at this car show,
Yeah.
and she was like more than nice enough to be tested, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's so romantic.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Oh.
Okay, now I don't know if you would like this one, Chris.
Oh no. I have to brace myself for the kinds of articles you bring sometimes.
Scientists are offering Brits a chance to clone their pets.
You're joking.
No. Imagine
Okay.
two Ninas, two of your cats.
Oh, actually, I'd love that.
Oh no. Actually,
two,
Nina's very
two of
nice.
my cat, yeah.
It's at £63,000, and basically they just take the some samples of obviously the animal when it passes away, then take one from a living animal. There you go. You have Nina. Looks the same.
If anyone's wondering who Nina is, that's my cat, by the way, in case
yeah.
you don't know.
Oh yeah,
You have
Nina's
to
the
explain
cat.
these things, these are will sound really strange.
Nina's Chris's cat. So yeah.
But you're trying to steal from me.
I know, but she, I don't really love cats, but Nina is quite cute,
Yeah,
and she loves me too.
Yeah, I know she does.
So yeah, that's what they're trying to do, but it's quite expensive as well. But they're offering, it's actually from South Korea, and the place they're offering it, they're offering it to one Briton here at the moment for free.
It's a bit weird though, because I think cloning is a bit weird anyway. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but like for example, cats. They're quite similar. If you sort of one dies, you just get another
No,
one.
but they
If
have
you buy the
different
same, but
personalities.
if you buy the same, well, I think it goes through breed. If you buy like a certain breed and you get the same breed again, they're normally quite alike. Because I've had a couple of cats the same as Nina. Like she's crazy in the way she is and everything. I think it's just the breed.
Do you think so? I think it's to do
so.
with the owners. I think they like how the owners are. Isn't that?
Oh, I don't think so.
Is it? All right. You know better. You have lots of cats. So yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
Okay.
And now this one's quite strange actually. It's about children. They did a survey, and they were asking what children fear the most.
Okay.
And one of the top things above like ghosts, monsters, what usually children, they're scared about the dark, it was actually bullying.
Oh gosh, really?
Sad, isn't it? So they now they're worried about being bullied, they're worried about underachieving at school, being
Does it
approached.
say what age the children were that they
It doesn't say the age, it doesn't say. But apparently it's also they fear like being approached by strangers. So it's something you know, nowadays, before, I mean, my day, it was like monsters under the bed and
Or in the cupboard and stuff,
yeah,
wasn't it?
silly
But
things like that.
yeah.
But now it's like they're clicked on to actually the bad things that's going on, and they're worried about that. They worry about
I think the bullying situation is getting worse, isn't it? Because obviously now you've got cyberbullying and you've got also and kids, very young children, they have access to all these things. Some of them have got phones, mobile phones from like age 5. Like we had some of the news articles last week. Children have 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds owning their own mobile phones. So it's a lot easier to get bullied nowadays than it was before. So I can imagine how, you know, that is scary for kids.
Yeah, it's quite worrying as well. Obviously, as a parent, you think, oh my goodness, because I always teach my daughter to stick up for herself.
Which is only 3.
I know, but it happens. I worry about it as well. When I read that, I was like, I know what they mean, because they were saying parents also have that worry, and you do, because you're not there with them. You want to know that they're looking after themselves. Thank goodness, Michaela's quite tough, so she knows. She is actually. She will stand up for herself. Thank goodness.
What does she say when someone? Was it you tell her to say?
She says, "Don't touch me," but really strong. Don't touch me, or get out. But you have to teach them, obviously not to fight back, to tell the teacher, but you have to teach them to stick up for themselves, because there's people out there that will, you know, push them around and everything.
Yeah,
and
it's true. No,
it's just not on. So
that's sad.
Yeah, it's quite sad, isn't it? And I've got one. I don't know if it's funny or embarrassing, but there's some basically tattoos, some body arts, and they're basically warning people to think again before they go and do anything like that. There's some, I don't know if there's any pictures here. Can you see them? Like there's spelling errors and can you see that? This is just a few of them.
You only live once. Oh God.
You only live once. Prom queen. And strength is spelled obviously wrong. This is just a few of them. Gosh. So basically there's like a warning saying no.
Can they do spell checks before they do these tattoos? Because you know what, it's so hard to remove them once or to correct them, isn't it?
Because you still get that. It's never smooth. Yeah. It's always that little faintness.
That bumpy. Yeah.
Imagine, and they're quite big tattoos. They probably cost a lot. So
the worst is when, for example, people like, I don't know if they get a bit drunk when they go on holiday and they get tattoos done like in different languages on themselves, and they think it's saying one thing and it just says something completely different.
That's exactly what the article was talking about as well.
Oh, was it?
You get like foreign things written because it looks nice, but it could say something ridiculous. Yeah. So that was they're
never get a tattoo
think
when
twice.
You're drunk, please.
And talking about Nina.
Oh no.
There was this man, I find this story very strange, I had to share it. He was attacked by a stray cat in his own house.
Oh.
Do you have pictures of him?
Oh my gosh.
Would you believe that? That's a cat.
In his own house?
Yeah. In his own house.
How did that happen? Where did it...
So he has 2 cats himself, so he has a cat flap, and he was just sleeping in the night. This is in Leicester. And obviously a stray cat must have come in, and then when he woke up he felt like his nose was running or something like this, like because he felt obviously the blood dripping, and then it wasn't until he saw the cat in his face and then he woke up to...
That's very unusual because cats don't normally do things like that unless they feel threatened.
I was thinking maybe, I don't know if he drank a bit and it was a fox, a small fox, because I've never heard of that, like a stray cat. They don't usually offer you stuff like that. I found it strange.
Actually, my cat used to attack me at night when she was a kitten. I don't know what gets into her at night, but she used to chase me and really scratch the backs of my legs. And one time I don't know what I was doing, and I was there, and she came and she bit me on the lip.
Oh my gosh.
But she was only little, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But I used to be really scared of her. I sort of switched the light off because she sleeps in our room. I switched the light off and I sort of used to run to jump into the bed before she jumps on me. I'm still a bit wary of that, but she does go a bit crazy at night.
Yeah.
But she doesn't attack me so much. She doesn't attack me for a long time.
But it's strange, isn't it?
I think sometimes they're just playing and but for that was really, that was terrible.
And he had to go to the next day, he had a tetanus and everything like that. But
that's why I keep saying animals are animals at the end of the day. Even if it's your pet, you still have to be really careful. Yeah. No matter how lovely and calm they seem, but like I say, if I'm sort of going to go close to my cat, I close my eyes and make sure I'm wary. I know that any time she could do something, even though she hasn't done in my face or anything, apart from biting my lip when she was sore.
Not much. It's all right.
Yeah, not much, but you still have to be careful.
You do.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Well, I hope that hasn't put people off cats. I love them. They're lovely.
Don't clone any more cats.
Don't clone them, especially on that one, right?
Yeah, not that one.
All right, Liz, run out of time.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll save that one for
Thank
next
you
week.
so much.
All right.
You can save the one for next time you
I
come
will.
on, yeah?
Thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you very much. So do stay with us, because after the break we'll be speaking to two lovely people from Models of Diversity. Welcome back to the show, and to introduce our next guest, let's take a look at this video.
There's no reason at all why out there now there isn't a disabled person who is going to be the next face of fashion.
The thing with disability and beautiful, they don't come together, they're like chalk and cheese.
We're all different, we're all individuals. I just feel like individualities should be celebrated.
I would love to be a part of reshaping what it means to be beautiful.
Okay, so I have Samantha Tomlin and James Lyon with me. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So now you're from a campaign, an organisation called Models of Diversity. Can you tell me how that came about and what it's all about?
That originally started in 2008 after Angel Sinclair, one of the co-founders, had done the show How to Look Good Naked with Gok Wan. She came away from it thinking that, you know, here are all these people and why aren't they represented in the media? So with her and Sal Williams, they formed Models of Diversity. So it's back in 2008, and here we are in 2013, and going strong and good momentum and trying to spread the word.
Now, how did you both get involved in it?
I got involved back in 2011. Models of Diversity were doing a show at Oxford Fashion Week, and I was on the phone trying to get in and shoot the models on the catwalk and get behind the scenes, and that's how I met Angel. And we hit it off sort of fairly quickly, and I've sort of, within about a month of working with them, I've got addicted and realised that there were so many things and injustices in as far as people on the catwalk and things in general, that I had to join the campaign and you know, and help out.
And what did you feel very strongly about that made you want to
just,
be involved?
do you know, we take things for granted that, and I think we sometimes we look at the media and we look at television and all the new magazines, and sometimes we don't question actually whether something's right or wrong. We just take it as the fact it's printed or it's been published. And then when you realise the amount of diversity that is out there in life and how unrepresented it is in fashion, that you just think, well, why isn't it there? Why, you know, why aren't we seeing more, you know, plus-size models? Why aren't we seeing more ethnicities and people, you know, models of colour on the catwalk? Because surely diversity and in being an individual makes life so much richer. That's what really sort of I strive to try and portray.
Brilliant. It's a brilliant campaign. And Samantha, you're a model yourself.
I am.
What do you feel about all of this?
Well, I first came across Angel Sinclair, the MD of Models of Diversity, on social media. I was looking online one day and I just read one of her articles, and it was about Cindy Crawford actually, and how that she was still a sensation over the age of 30, which is, how can you be? How can you still be a model? How can you still do that? And so straight away I clicked, and I was typing, and we started chatting, and she said, oh, I'd like to meet you, you know, can we come and can we have a chat? And it's the whole campaign, the whole organisation, it's just very inspiring, from not just from the fact of me personally being an older model, but from the disabled models, from the models of colour. It's just a really wonderful thing to be part of. Everyone's got a story. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. It sounds quite cliched, but it's completely true.
But it's so true, isn't it? But we don't, because people don't see it in the media.
That's
they just
right.
tend to say, oh, it's just a nice thing to say, and it's politically correct to say. But then if you don't see it sort of represented out there, it doesn't mean anything, does it? But that's why we need to see it out there as well.
And that's exactly what we've been doing with our catwalk shows. And with our campaigns, and it's going from strength to strength. So at the moment, it's people are really listening. We've got the backing of the British Fashion Council.
Oh, brilliant! That's excellent.
Yeah, it's going really well.
It was quite a brave thing to do, to take it on, though. Because
Yeah,
it's kind of going against the norm, really.
I think so, and I mean, you know, Models of Diversity isn't alone. There are lots of other people who are slowly nibbling away at things, and you know, you've just got to keep going on and sort of, you know, you get the no's and the continual no's, and then you find someone who actually gets it, and that's your way in to sort of help educate, and they then help you and you know, show the way to other people. And I think the thing to do is just not to give up. You know, it's a thing, slowly but surely, you know, the word is spreading and people are being a little bit more adventurous and just saying, well, okay, no, let's try this, let's do this, and you know, and it slowly it's working.
And I think that's one of Angel's strengths, is that she doesn't give up.
No,
She's very tenacious, very tenacious, and people listen to her because what she's saying is right, and she believes in what she says, and so do we.
Brilliant. I'd like to read three comments to you, and the viewers at home. I'd like you to try and guess what these 3 comments have in common. The first one says, I hate myself so much. When I look in the mirror, I feel sorry for myself. Why do I have such low self-esteem? Is there any way I can make myself look better? I've never been told that I'm pretty. I've never been told that I look good. I really hate myself. And when I look at the other pretty girls with the perfect life, I wish I was them. Please, can someone help me with this? How can I make myself look good and attractive? The second one says, I don't like anything about myself and wish I looked different. I know I should accept myself, and when I look at other people, it makes me feel worse. I'm also really tall and don't seem to fit in with everybody else. And then the third one, I'm tired of being an outcast. Everyone around me is much prettier than I am, and they're all outgoing while I'm really shy. Loads of people have blonde, straight hair and clear skin, while my hair is a horrible brown colour, a bit curly and normally messy. And I have acne on a lot of my face. I have loads of friends, but they're all really pretty and they deserve to be model types. I'm shy because of this matter, and I'm lowering in self-esteem. It's really pressurizing, and I've even cried on my birthday about this. Please help.
Oh.
Now, can anyone guess what these 3 have in common? They are all written by 14-year-old girls, all 3 of them. Now, obviously, this has a lot to do with, because they're not seeing different kinds of people in the media, or they're not seeing different photographs of different people, different sizes, different hair colours, different ethnicities. So this is the problem that it's creating with young people, isn't it? It's horrible.
I think it's such a focus on image as well. You know, I mean, they're 14. Yeah, I'm a little bit older than probably everyone here, but when we were 14, yeah, we were still thinking and behaving as children, and it's sort of it's got grown up too soon in a way. All I'd say to the girls is that they're not alone. That lots of people are thinking that, but also all the girls that they are thinking who are pretty are probably also thinking the same thing as well. We all have our own self-doubts about it, but we're measuring it against images we see in the media and a portrayal of you know, a stereotypical type of person that we hold on a pedestal to be the perfect person.
That has been airbrushed as well,
you know,
let's not forget.
And that's the other thing, you know, as you say, Sam, you know, images in the media, especially for cosmetics and things like that, they're all set up. There are 500 images shot of this one, of which a particular one is taken, and we're expecting to look good in a photo snap that someone takes of us immediately without even giving us any time to prepare. And you can't make a comparison with the two.
That's what would be good to teach the girls that's what it is. It's you know, their lives, they're living it every day. These things they're seeing in a magazine. It's not real.
And I believe if they are seeing the diversity there as well, they're not going to feel so. Because if all they see are images of people that look nothing like them, or they don't, you know, they're all, like, for example, tall, and they're all really like slim and stuff like that, and they don't look like that. That's why they're feeling pressurised. It's not just about their friends, it's what they see.
But again, like the tall and slim ones feel weird too. I was always the tallest girl in the class, so it's not, you know, it's whatever we've got, whatever we're given, we tend to sort of look at the worst points and the negatives of it, and it's about spinning that round and thinking about, no, that this is a good thing. How can I make this a positive thing? Which is what the disabled models that we have had, you know, it's amazing what they do. You know, they're beautiful people, they look amazing on the camera, just fantastic.
I think it's brilliant. I've got one more to read to you. Now this one is saying, what is wrong with my looks? is that I'm very plain looking, very average looking. There is no real glistening feature to my face. It's just very boring, plain, average looking. Now this comment is actually from a man this time.
Okay.
So it's not just the ladies or the young ladies that feel insecure about their looks, but also it goes across the board with men as well.
Who's he comparing himself to, though? This is the thing.
Now there were some replies from other guys saying, look, it doesn't matter if guys are average looking, because, you know, they can get fit in the gym and like if they're successful, women will be attracted to them and everything. But I think that's the point. He's not very happy with himself.
Yeah.
Again, I wonder if it's anything to do with what they see.
I think it all applies down to diversity, and that is, you know, we have the girls who are all wanting to look similar. They're comparing themselves to all the other girls who are alike, and now this guy is comparing himself to everybody else who has some redeeming feature, and he's just saying he's average. So he wants to be diverse and change.
Never happy, are we?
There's
There
isn't,
isn't.
and I think you've just got to be happy with the skin you're in.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you know, I mean, for example, you know, we buy phones and then we stick a cover over them to actually customise them because we want it to be individual. Well, let's think about ourselves as being individuals and actually being an individual thing. You know, let's be. I was at a seminar about a couple of years ago, and we were talking about upgrading your psyche, about how you're preconditioned as you grow up and with everything around you, and they said that, you know, we're often, as our parents, they compare you to other offspring. Oh, so-and-so's doing really, really well. They've done this and they've done that. And you think, oh, I haven't done very well. And the person who was giving this speech said, be the best version of yourself possible. Yeah, and that's you are unique. Just be the best you possibly can. You know, don't compare it to anybody else. You know, we've all got our own levels.
We're going to go to a quick break, but you're going to stay put, aren't you?
We are, yes.
Because we have more to talk about and also some pictures to show you and a video. So do join us after this. Okay, so I'm still with Samantha and James from the fantastic campaign they're running. So let's take a look at this video. I'd like to, and you can talk us through it afterwards.
Great.
Yeah, come in.
It's hard when you organise something to be quietly confident, because there's always things going on. There's always things that you think, as soon as you sort of start to feel smug about something, that's when things fall apart. And I can't feel happy until the end of the show and see all the smiles on the face and everything else like that.
Wasn't it lovely seeing all different types of models there? Different sizes, different shapes, different heights. It was so lovely. Different backgrounds. It was wonderful.
Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Makes it more
so
exciting.
lovely.
It was a great occasion, a great celebration.
So this was happened last month, didn't it?
On the 6th of September, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how was it? What was the build-up like to it? And what was the response?
It was good. It's sort of, you know, when you're planning something like this, you sort of think you've got lots of time, and you pull in lots of favours. And being a sort of a non-profit organisation, you're doing everything on a shoestring. shoestring and you're asking for favours and you're pulling all bits and pieces together. It's not as easy saying, well, we've got this budget, we'll have this and we'll have this and we'll have that. Everything sort of gradually comes together as people say, oh, well, I can do that, or I've got this to put together. The models and the stylists and the makeup and hair and everything else like that, you know, people give their time freely to us, and it's a really big group effort to get everything all ready at the right time. It always does come together at the right time. The last 2 weeks running up to a show, always you just think, oh, are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? And we always do. You know, and you know, Angel has tremendous faith in the key people who she organises to get shows together, and has great vision to put on these tremendous shows and put the different mixtures of people together. And you know, it just happens.
Really worked.
Yeah,
it really worked. It was a great success, and we did it for Mind and Macmillan as well. So they, so that was a really special thing. And then our next one is the Ideal Home exhibition.
Which is when's that going to be taking?
That is the 13th and 14th of November.
Okay.
So it's on the
you'll
Wednesday and the
representing.
Thursday. We'll be there representing.
Big extravaganza. It's going to be a really exciting one. Different, very different this time.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
all right, so we're going to hear more about that, aren't we?
Yes.
I'd just like to show some, because you brought some pictures along with us, so
Yes.
I'd like to hear something about these as well. Let's take a look. Okay.
So this is the photographer Simon Barnes. We're very, very lucky that we get to work with some international photographers. Just very inspiring people. This is one of our gorgeous models, Jana. She's one of our classic models. And it's just, I mean, she's just beautiful. But under normal standard agency terms, someone over the age of sort of 25, 30 wouldn't normally sort of...
So she wouldn't get a look in normally then?
It's harder.
It's
harder, I mean, it is harder. You do get like commercial models and they do very, very well, but it's just, it can be harder to get noticed.
Okay, let's take a look at the next one.
Again, same photographer, Simon Barnes. That's four of our models. Isn't it gorgeous?
So nice.
It's so happy. It's just
normal people.
Yeah, it's like, it just, to me, that just says like Christmas card.
Yeah.
it could be an advert for a high street store. They're just having a lovely time. But they're all gorgeous.
They are.
And they look natural as well.
Yeah.
You know, the secret to a good photographer is to make something look natural like that. And also, you know, the models as well, to feel relaxed with the photographer.
And that's so
you know.
important. Is to
I
feel
love that
relaxed
shot. It's
and to be
really
comfortable
nice.
in your own skin. Sometimes when you're younger, you don't feel so comfortable. This is one
Who's
of our...
this stud?
Oh, this is Frankie.
Frankie.
this is one of our most popular mature models. He's gorgeous.
Can we
He's
ask how
great
old he
fun.
is, or is it a secret?
Oh, I would never divulge his age. I don't know it, to be honest with you. It's just a number, isn't it? We don't care about that. But yeah.
Let's leave it on the screen for a bit for longer. Oh,
Just
no,
for
the other one.
Just for the ladies. Oh, that's me.
Oh, that one there. That's Frank. We said Frank.
Frankie.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's yes.
So he's looking very confident about himself, which is great.
Yes.
Yes, that was one of his very first professional photo shoots, though. So it's
really?
It's, yeah.
Oh, looks like a natural.
He's been working with Models of Diversity for, I think, about sort of 14, 15 months. And he's been on 2 or 3 smaller shoots for various different things. It was his first catwalk show, wasn't it, on the Catwalk for Change that we did in September. Nice. So he was really pleased to get his first catwalk done. And then, you know, as you've seen just now, he's shining and blossoming, which is great.
Definitely.
You know,
you can see that. You can see that in the photo. Okay, let's take a look at the one that you're in, Samantha. Wow.
Yes, yeah, I was very, very honoured to do this shoot with the creative director, Oliver Morris. I mean, it was a fabulous, fabulous day. We only shot them on Friday, so literally,
really?
they're straight out of the camera roll there.
Gosh, wasn't it cold?
It was freezing, and everyone was throwing leaves at me, and I was lying on the floor at one point, and everyone thought I'd fallen off the bridge. So we created like a dramatic scene, but it was fabulous. And as I say, it's an honour that photographers of that and directors of that calibre want to work with Models of Diversity, because it's so important.
It is. So what changes has your campaign brought to people's life, would you say?
I think that a noticeable value of worth, self-worth, I think is the thing that everyone comes away with. We do some work with the Limb Society for people who have recent amputations. We've been doing work with disabled models. And really, anything really, anyone who, so with plus size or with more mature models, you know, it's amazing, and it doesn't actually come from us giving. It's actually inside themselves, and it's just a bit of confidence and support.
I was going to say, is it quite, are some of them quite reluctant to come forward, like to?
Yeah, I
to
mean,
be
quite often the shyest ones, often by the end of the time you see with them, they're the ones who are really making the big changes, and you see them actually relax and be themselves, and it's lovely to see.
Because they're finally they sort of getting it that they should love who they are.
Exactly.
And I think once a person reaches that stage, that's when the true happiness comes, isn't it? And
absolutely.
that comes
Which
across on camera.
Often come until you're a bit older in life, but we're just about to do a body confidence workshop at the end of the month, which is going to be great. And it's all about sort of self-esteem and not just the photo shoot and having something at the end of it, but just sort of, you know, like health, fitness, and just feeling good about yourself.
That's lovely. Future plans then for Models of
Diversity?
Yes,
lots and lots of future plans, yes.
Can you tell us give us a few hints into that?
Well, we've got some exciting things about to happen in the States, which we can't divulge yet, but sort of things. They're slightly more advanced than us over there about various different attitudes to modelling and having things different.
Yeah, if you look at the catwalk shows, there's a lot more diversity there. From like, if I think of back to London Fashion Week, no, it's standard uniform models. Again and again and again.
So UK's got a lot to learn then from
they've always got sort of things to do, but you know, we're not far behind, and I think that I think what it needs is it's everyone to just question. Oh, is that right? Should we want to see more? And also, you know, don't be afraid to feel that you know, fashion is all inclusive. You know, it shouldn't be exclusive to a few. You know, all of us like fashion in some shape or form, and you know, there's a model in all of us wanting to get out and, well, maybe not all of us, but you know what I mean.
Well, I remember when I was a lot larger, and when in my teens, I was quite overweight, and I never wanted to dress up because I never ever saw sort of pictures of sort of larger girls, larger ladies wearing nice clothes, and I actually found it really hard to find decent clothes as well. Now I think it's changed quite a bit now. The clothes, there's quite a lot of fashion out there for all types of body shapes and sizes.
Clothes, taller clothes. I could never find trousers that were the right length for me. It's different now. So things
you
like
can
that
find things have progressed, but it was just me. I just did not feel like I wanted to even bother making the effort. But I think had I been that size now, I think I would have done, because you see a lot more now, and there's more choice with clothing and stuff like that, and I think that's great how things have moved on, although there's a lot more to do still, isn't there?
If I can just say, I mean, if people go to our website, modelsofdiversity.org, there's lots of resources on there, so that if the people are thinking about sort of plus size modelling, or where they should look at designers who are doing that particular type of thing, or for petite models, it's a good place to go. And even if you don't find it, it's somewhere where you can go online and actually just type in a question, and someone from Models of Diversity will be able to answer and give a little bit of guidance, you know, which is what we all need from time to time.
Well, I think this campaign is absolutely fantastic. Thanks so much for coming on to talk about it.
Thank you.
And please do keep us updated with everything you're doing.
We shall.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, now, so after the break, we're going to be speaking to Chris Brown with some self-development advice. So do join us after this. Welcome back to, now we're in the self-development clinic, aren't we, Chris?
We're in the self-development bit. Hi.
Right, apparently you need to get a piece of paper and a pen, like, because I'm going to do some homework or something. Or
You're going to do a
some
bit of
practical
homework, and I'd really advise that you at home, you should get a piece of pen and paper. It's going to change your life. Right?
Oh, okay.
It's going to change your life.
A piece of paper will change your life.
One piece of paper and one pen. Right, because what we're going to talk about today, we were talking, a few weeks ago, we were talking about personality types, and got quite a lot of feedback about that. We was talking about personality types and jobs, that sort of thing.
We did.
Every time, kept getting questions about this. So took it one step further. We was talking about doing a SWOT, right, to the type of job that you look for, your personality. So you find out more about you instead with this one.
Are we going to discover that I'm totally not suited to TV?
No, of course not, of course not. Actually, you might find out a bit more, right?
Well, I did want to work in London Zoo when I was a child. That's still an ambition of mine.
Still an ambition? Well, we might find out right now. Okay, and saying SWOT, just for those who might not know, SWOT, we're talking about strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Now, I'm
right?
going to pull Chris up on this one because he said on the show last Monday that we
Yeah.
don't have weaknesses, we have areas for development.
And you're completely right, because it's funny, yesterday you said that to me, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I did.
It was at this event, and Chris said to me, when I said we're going to do this, she said, no, but you don't believe in that, do you? You don't believe in weaknesses. And
I
do you know
remember
what?
that.
You're completely right, I don't. But in a SWOT analysis, that's what's in there.
Yeah,
so
we can't change
where
that.
yeah, we can't change that. But what I'd say is, where there's weaknesses, I always say they're not weaknesses, they're areas that need to be developed. So if I was doing an acronym here, how can I put in areas that need to be developed
true,
and weaknesses,
true.
right? Okay, so we just went with that. But let's go straight to it. Let's talk about our strengths.
Okay.
Now, why are we doing this one? This is a personal SWOT about an individual, yourself. That's why I want you to do this at home as well. Now, we're talking about doing a profile for you and a job that you want in a job market. So let's go for the first one. I'm going to put a few questions to you. And I'd like you to actually write them down to a box.
Okay.
So just put a line down the middle, make it into 4 boxes, right? So if you're doing it at home, just a line down the middle of the paper, a line across, make it into 4 boxes. Now, in one box on the top top left-hand corner is going to be the S, which represents strength.
Okay.
Okay. Then the next one is going to be weaknesses, and then we got O for opportunities. Right? No, you actually no. If that comes back up, let's say you put an A there, right? But we've actually got an A on the screen there. It's a little slightly, but it's meant to be SWOT, not SWAT, as in American SWAT. It's SWOT. All right. Okay. So let's put
We
last
know
one
how
as
to
a T.
spell on this show.
Yeah,
don't we?
last one is a T. I think I was
right.
thinking SWAT. Get the SWAT team out. Right. Okay. So with the first one, with the S, I'm going to put a question to you. I want you to just brainstorm this quickly. Lateral thinking, straight away, right? I've got this there. Now, I must actually give credit to this one. This is from James Mantle, because usually I put different questions on there. But this one is, what do other people say that you're good at? Just think about it. Just one answer.
Where do I put it,
Yeah, in the S one. It's your strengths. What do other people say that you're good at? So at home, what do other people say that you're good at? Sometimes we realise we say, oh, I'm not good at it, it's not good at it. If you look around, the amount of times somebody says you're good at something, that's probably the main key that they've been telling you about all the time.
Just one?
Yeah, just one on there. So we're just going to go through it quite quickly. Okay. Right, the other question, S, is what do you do better than most people? What do you do better than most people?
That's really arrogant. I started writing straight away. Never mind.
It's not arrogant. It's being truthful to yourself. You know, we got this way that if there's something good about us, we don't want to say, because everybody's going to say, well, oh, yes. But it's the truth at the end of the day. All right, we can just give one more there. What experiences or connections do you have? What experiences or connections do you have? So it might have been, what experience have you got more than somebody else who went for that job? Right? Or what connections do you have?
Am I talking about this job that I'm doing?
We can make a fictitious one. We can make up one right now just to give them an example. Right? So what experiences, because you've got to think about your competitors as well.
Yeah.
And what connections do you have as well, which would actually benefit that company when you think about it. Okay, let's just jump to the weaknesses, and then we're going to discuss them all after. Right, jump to the weaknesses, the W. Is there an aspect of your personality that you hold back? Is there an aspect of your personality that you hold back?
That's very deep.
It is. It's not so really. I mean, many of us, in some sort of way, there's an area of us that we actually hold back. We don't automatically reveal that to everybody we meet until we actually trust someone, do we? When you think about it. Now, it's deep because that's the area it seems like a weakness as well. And just the same way as Chrissy said, I'm sure at home, everybody's actually thinking it as well.
Yeah.
So if we just push ourselves, think lateral.
What
One word.
What do I hold
What
back?
area?
Gosh, that's a hard one, that
It's a
one.
hard one? Okay, let's think
Can I
about
come
it
back
and we'll
to
go
it?
to the next one. Yeah, let's think about it and go this. All right. What do you lack in experience? Where do you lack experience, I should say? Where do you lack experience? What do you find hard to master? Next one. What do you find hard to master? Yeah. Okay, hope you're writing this at home. Right.
Am I showing this to the viewers, by the way?
Yeah, you can
Don't
show it to
mind,
them after. Yeah, we
Okay.
can show it to them after. Right, opportunities. Let's go to the O and
Yep.
we'll move pretty fast on this. Right. What do you love to do that you're good at? What do you love to do that you are good at?
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
I hope you guys are doing this at home, because it'll be really boring if you're just watching me do it. So you need to do it too.
They're all just waiting to you lift it up and show them. That's what they say. Oh,
Should I show
that's
them
it.
so far?
Right.
Yeah, what
Okay.
else?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Have we got a close
I
on
can't
that?
think they can see
Can
that.
you see that? Can you see it?
Nah.
No? Can't you get close on it? No? Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, they got
Okay,
a close
no,
on my head.
I'll read it to them. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Here we
they
go.
can see it. Okay, someone's telling me you can see it.
Can see it. Right.
So what I've got so
Okay.
far, good with people, well, that's what people tell me. Can't remember what you
Yeah.
said now. Good with people, I'm quite good at organising,
Right. Okay.
a bit more than some people. I can't
Yeah.
remember that one. The
All right.
experience I've had is other TV shows.
Experience
Okay.
and connections.
Weaknesses, training. I could do with some training.
Right. Okay. We all.
And something that I haven't mastered is speaking slowly, because I tend to talk like a machine gun sometimes when I get carried away.
Okay.
So
well,
that's something that I find very hard. I'm actually thinking about it now, and I'm trying to speak slowly.
And I'm glad you said that. It's something I was going to mention for viewers at home as well. When we get to the weakness area, we always tend to fixate on that, particularly instead of the strengths. We start thinking, oh, this is what I need to do, and this is what I need to do.
Yeah.
So we kind of flip through it one quickly. Yeah, just think lateral, right? Okay, we're talking about opportunities. How could you minimize your weakness? How could you minimize your weakness?
Next.
And once you got that, right? How could you maximize your strength? How could you maximize your strength?
Okay.
When you think about that one, I know it's a quick one, it's funny because you think about when you minimize your weakness, it's thinking maximize your strength. I always think in the learning game then. If there was something that was lacking on, how could I learn more? How can I actually maximize it and make it grow in that sort of way? Okay, let's go to the threats. Let's jump through now.
We've got
right.
3 minutes left.
Okay, we've got 3 minutes, so let's go for it quickly. Right. What setbacks might you face? What
Are we in T
might
now?
you face? Yes, you're in T.
Setback.
Threats.
Okay.
What setbacks might you face? Right. What obstacles have others overcome that you need to overcome? So think about it. If you was working in a company somewhere and you was, let's say, promotion, looking for that level, and someone that's same as you as well, that is a kind of threat because you could be outdone in that way as well. We're not talking about the competitives, knowing that you've got to grow as well at the same time, right? So what obstacles, you know?
Okay.
Right. Okay. What are others doing that you're not? That's interesting, isn't it? What are others doing that you are not? Sometimes people are doing something else that's making something happen faster than them that you think, well, why am I not? And that connects back to that same one in the other one where we said about weaknesses, about not revealing parts of your personality as well. See? So it's quite interesting.
Can I just say something?
Please do.
If you guys at home can see, I've left that one completely
threats.
blank because I can't think of anything. And
Right.
that's really bad because those are things I should be thinking about
The threats.
if I want to improve and I want to get better at what I'm doing. And that's a big lesson to me.
Right.
Because those questions that you asked me, I'm racking my brains trying to, I know it's a live show and everything, but still, something like that, I think everyone should know straight away.
I
because
believe that
they're-
people do know, but I think
I can't
there's
think of
a
anything.
block on that in that sense that because it's not an area we really want to go to at times.
Yeah.
If you notice,
But
that's
I
why I
need to
said I
think
chose
about
different
that. That's
questions.
really-
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's just summarise that
Okay.
overall as we've only got like about 2 minutes. So, looking at all those, and we're talking about the type of job that you're going for, about your personality as well. Much to when we did that MBITI, remember last time, right? Very similar in a sense. Now, if you know what your, let's say, strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and the threats, you're developing yourself. And you should be able to connect with a sort of job that will actually suit you and bring out your personality, who you are overall. But let's not even talk about the job market. Let's talk about us as a person as well, just in communication every day. If you knew these parts about you, you'd be a lot more ahead in that sense.
Yeah.
It gives you, open up more doors, more opportunities. And the more you know about yourself, the more confident you are at the end of the day.
But that's so true because I think what we all lack to do sometimes is to think more.
Yeah.
We tend to kind of just go with the flow, and we need, sometimes we do need to sit down and actually write things out and see where we need to improve, see the things that we need to change. This has been a really big lesson to me. I'm going to do this at home.
Great.
Is that all right,
Yeah,
Chris?
follow up.
Thank
Yeah,
you
you can
so
do that at
much
home.
for that. I hope that was
Pleasure.
useful for you guys at home as well.
I
We have
hope
reached
so.
the end of the programme.
Okay.
But thank you so much for being on, and we'll see you again
Pleasure.
next Monday.
Next Monday.
Okay, and the Chrissy B Show will, of course, be back again live on Wednesday. But if you want more information about anything to do with the show, you can visit the website. I'm talking really fast again. You can visit the website chrissybshow.tv. See you again next time. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
So, Jen, tell us about hydration and diet as well.
Okay.
Sorry, we'll do that again. So, Jen, tell us about hydration and diet as well.
Yeah, that's really important. All shoes offer you different benefits, and they might have strong points and weak points for you. So if there's a shoe that is
So